everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. There's a lot of things, and I gotta say, a lot of things happened on the show night, as we are 2 weeks away from WrestleMania, kicking it off with Seth Rollins in his hometown of Iowa, which only a few chants happened, and that's why I got to Iowa to make something of myself. He talked about last week Randy Orton, and how what happened to him, how he was sucker punch and everything, and talking about the future and stuff. As Big Show apologized happened, he said he trusted Randy Orton. Well, he said Orton was a snake in the grass, and he would squish Randy Orton with his own foot because he is a giant, he says. Kane apologized, I said, well, for Big Show's incompetence, but, he should never trusted Orton. Also, as Jamie Noble, he didn't really care. He says, you're my boss, but you're also my friend, Seth, because they cared about him. And Joey Mercury was heartbroken and stuff after all this. And then pretty much Rollins talked about the challenge at WrestleMania, and he says he accepted the challenge against Randy Orton at WrestleMania, but under one condition: you have to face me tonight on Raw. As Orton came out saying that I'm the guy that made you look like a bitch last week, he says, and kicked his ass all over the place. And he says he would take him tonight because he has enough venom for all the members of the Authority to take out tonight, he says. And they would finish the job and see who will really be the future of WrestleMania, he says. AJ and Paige came out to the ring as but for some reason, I'm surprised Orton doesn't want to be a future that'll be to begin with saying that, but Nikki Bella went against AJ, which the Divas got a little bit more time out there tonight to actually pull off a match tonight, so it was alright. Nikki Bella got the win over AJ tonight after Brie pushed Paige into the turnbuckle and stuff, so the Divas actually got something tonight, better than the bullshit they've been putting on for weeks now with this match. But yeah, an LL Cool J promo video. I guess he'll be at WrestleMania, so I don't know why LL Cool J is part of this, but he is now. Kane was interviewing Kane's being interviewed in the back with Big Show about tonight, what happened, and that pretty much Big Show said he would be in Seth Rollins' corner, but Kane said he really wouldn't because Rollins kept arguing. He says, well, what's wrong with you guys? And stuff, because they were arguing, and pretty much Kane says, I helped you get the money in the bank. Now, I won't come with you out there. Pretty much says he's going to come out there tonight. That's pretty much he has Big Show. Big Show, you have a choice now if you want to go out there and help Seth Rollins, and just walked away from him. So it looks like Seth Rollins was losing his backup tonight. Ryback went against Miz. Ryback won as Miz and Skull Crush finale them after, which I guess, people still waiting for him to knock out Miz at this point for the big turn. So that's still being built up. This segment tonight, Cena and Rusev, the contract signing. As Cena came out talking about Russia and everything, as he looked into the other soldiers' faces, how ashamed he was, and that he must get the U.S. Championship off of him because he belittles the USA. And Cena said he was going to do that at WrestleMania, and that he was going to kick his ass. But after that, Rusev came out, but there was no Lana. As people chanted, we want Lana chant, they had this bad Russian, whoever this dude was. My God, one of the worst Russian accents I've ever heard, that couldn't act for shit. Saying, I am Rusev's attorney. He sounded like he was from Texas. I gotta say, that was right. So he sounded like he was from Texas. Also, I am Rusev's attorney, Mr. Cena. We have evidence that you does not. What? And pretty much talking about balls and stuff, and it just said he would not compete at WrestleMania because Rusev didn't say it, but Lana said they could have a match. And pretty much the attorney, whoever it was, saying, even the announcer and shitted on him throughout the whole segment, saying stuff. And Rusev pretty much talked about America, their failures, and the United States would die and everything. But it was bad with this dude, and pretty much Rusev threw the table at Cena and got out of the ring with his lawyer, which almost fell to the floor, and did this at the end. But holy crap, his accent was so bad, he couldn't act. What was with this? So who did they get to be Rusev's attorney? Like, he was a Russian. He didn't even sound Russian. That was one of the worst accents I've ever heard. Hello, I am Rusev. I am Rusev's attorney. I am, what? Come on. Cesaro and Tyson Kidd went against the New Day, which I don't think people cared. It's pretty much the Los Matadores came out and watched. The match was quick. And then, I still don't know why they're trying to get Los Matadores as a threat, beating up the New Day at the end. And then Torito doing like a Hurricane Rana on Cesaro outside the ring, so who cares? But the little clap thing he did before the New Day in the little pre-tape video is good. Seth Rollins is back with the security team, talking about you guys gotta be out there, you have to listen and everything, but Noble says we shouldn't have a trust Orton in the first place, and we wouldn't be in this mess. And pretty much Seth Rollins slapped him, and Noble said he quit, and then Mercury just left also. Brock Lesnar, as we did another UFC style interview with Brock Lesnar, which once again it was a magnificent video. Again, so it's like, I spit on this earth one thing, so I'm here to hurt people. Who is Brock Lesnar? Brock Lesnar comes to WrestleMania, he kicks ass, and gets paid to do it. And he said, I'm taking a stand chance against him. He didn't care what these people thought. He was disappointed. He said he loved every minute of it when his people, like, just shocked at WrestleMania when he beat The Undertaker. He said, and he even talked about his take on his contract with WWE. If he wins the title, if he stays with WWE, he's still the WWE champion. If he leaves WWE, he'll still be WWE champion. And he says he sent The Rock to Hollywood. He ended The Undertaker's streak. He pretty much said he's in defense mode, and he was on the hunt for Roman Reigns now. And he talked about Roman Reigns as in a fairy tale, I don't know, happy ending. It's not gonna be no good ending. He's not gonna win. He pretty much says at WrestleMania, I'm gonna fuck up Roman Reigns. Even though they bleeped it out, but he says, I'm gonna fuck up Roman Reigns, he says. And once again, another great UFC style sit down video they did with him. Even though he wasn't there tonight, but you know, they did that. Eric Rowan got destroyed by Big Show. Whoever the whole Andre the Giant, he even did an elbow drop on him, so who cares? Larry Zbyszko is going into the Hall of Fame, so I thought Larry Zbyszko was already in Hall of Fame. I even saw Larry Zbyszko in TNA, so, or talking about the whole NWO thing a few years ago. Well, if he created it or something like that on Jericho's podcast. Then pretty much after that, a whole bunch of guys: Curtis Axel, Alex Riley, Goldust, Kane, and a whole bunch of other guys in the ring. Can't forget about Axelmania. As Mark Henry said, he was in the Battle Royal, then Kane went out, and well, Axel's already about this trophy, but pretty much Mark Henry came out saying, you know, he's gonna eliminate everybody and stuff. As Henry and Kane pretty much eliminated everybody from the ring. Mark Henry then eliminated Kane, and then Curtis Axel tried to eliminate him, but Henry threw him out then, and pretty much, I guess that was something for the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, but didn't really mean anything. It was a whole bunch of jobbers fighting Kane and Mark Henry, and Axelmania right there. Whatever this interspecies SmackDown match is Thursday, I don't really care. Paul Heyman came out talking about this whole Lesnar versus Reigns thing. He says Brock Lesnar is not coming to WrestleMania to make love. He's going to make war. He's coming to fight. He is going to give Roman Reigns a prison beating, he says. And talked about, and questioned what, you know, what they're going to do with Lesnar. Turn the lights out, give the people their money back, or cancel WWE Network, or feed any of that stuff. And now Brock Lesnar is going to be champion. There's not a damn thing nobody's going to do about it. And then once again, they want to cut off Paul Heyman's mic. He says, this is what he likes to do, huh? And he says, not even Roman Reigns is going to stop Lesnar. No one's going to stop Brock Lesnar. He says he's going to be champion. He says he doesn't see Reigns as the next great Samoan American. He's going to see the next great Samoan American. And pretty much says he will not win at WrestleMania, as now Roman Reigns came out, which I don't think had somewhat of a reaction, but he now has a t-shirt saying, says, I can and I will. So I guess now it says he can now at WrestleMania. And pretty much Heyman said, you want a great talkers around here. You talk about my family and everything, but we're only here to talk about Brock Lesnar and about a fight and everything. And he talked about Brock Lesnar as when he kept talking, the fans pretty much looked like they don't give a crap about Roman Reigns anyways. They started chanting Daniel Bryan over him, so it didn't look like really nobody cared what Roman Reigns had to say. And he says he's just gonna beat Lesnar's ass, and he wanted to talk to him man to man. He says, which I just don't think nobody really kind of cared, because you really could hear the Daniel Bryan chants rising up. He tried thinking to play him off of it, and address it, but I just, like I said, I don't think a lot of people care for this main event that much. It's going to turn out bad at WrestleMania. And, hey, you saw what happened tonight. They chanted Daniel Bryan over Roman Reigns and see that they don't give a crap about him. So, yeah. Also, tonight, Paul Heyman told him that Lesnar will be here next week, but they got to bring Lesnar anyway. It's only one more week now till WrestleMania, so he better show up. Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, and Dean Ambrose win against Barrett, Harper, and Stardust. Truth was on commentary with the title behind his back, which this match actually went on for a while, anyway, with Bryan and them winning the match, and pretty much everybody brawling all over the place for the title, hitting each other's finishes. Truth tried to get away with it, but couldn't. Even Ziggler and Bryan fought each other for it, but Barrett pretty much got in and hit everybody with elbows. Even Truth once he says what he's going to do about it, and knocked him out as Barrett was the last one stand on the ladder. So, which was actually a better thing for this ladder match, because before everybody's playing hot potato and acting crazy over the title, saying whatever type of crazy stuff. But this was somewhat of a better segment tonight, as everybody was just knocking the hell out of each other. Seth Rollins over Triple H and Stephanie asked what they were going to do. Everybody quit on him. Seth said, "You done this on you put yourself in this position now." Even pretty much Triple H, said, and pretty much this is how you gonna fix this and everything. And he says, why did you send Kane and Big Show home last week? And Triple H says, who the hell do you think you are? And so, and then when Triple H said, oh, you done playing hide and seek with Sting now there? Mr. King's gonna screw the future of WWE. It's pretty much Triple H wants to fight him, but Stephanie said no, let him go along out there on his own and do this. Bray Wyatt again spoke about the Undertaker with his own type of urn, and said he's gonna take out Undertaker's fate was sealed. Even though Undertaker has never really showed up on TV, so he better show up now next week since the final Raw before WrestleMania. So he's gonna have to show up. Next week, Snoop Dogg and Bill Simmons will be on the show. Randy Orton came out then, as whoever won this match tonight will talk on WWE Network. And pretty much when Orton came out, Seth Rollins came out, and I say, it only took me 3 hours to pretty much take control of this now, as all the authority came out. Triple H and everybody came out. They surrounded the ring and were getting ready to go in. Fans kind of chanted Sting at first, but when they got towards the ring, the crowd got loud. The crowd got nuts. Everything went black. The crow sound happened. Sting showed up in the ring, screaming Sting, Randy on a chair and a baseball bat, hitting everybody with it. Sting with the bat, pretty much taking off his jacket, hitting the Stinger splash on both J&J security, pretty much beating his chest, doing a woo thing right there. Sting was out there. He looked in great shape than what I saw him a year ago in TNA. And yeah, he does still wear his shirt when he wrestles and everything. And that's what he did in TNA also. But he still looks great in either way and still in great shape. And he pretty much hit the Stinger splash on him and then hit the Scorpion Death Drop on Jamie Noble, or hit the RKO on Mercury then. And pretty much he pointed the bat and Sting and said him to come on and everything. And pretty much, I guess they got they even had the, I even checked out the clip after on the WWE Network now, and pretty much Sting says, I've been waiting 14 years to do this, he says. And he says he's going to come after Triple H, he's going to get him at WrestleMania. Now, this actually felt like a way it was on the road to WrestleMania. And you could tell it was. It was insane. The crowd went nuts. This was probably the best segment of the night in a long time. And now this actually makes you feel like you're on the road to WrestleMania in a way. Because before it's like, okay, WrestleMania's coming, whatever. But Sting did something. He pretty much, he just woke the crowd up. The crowd went nuts for Sting. They went ape shit over him. When he came out, it reminded me of pretty much WCW. It reminded me of TNA wrestling. He pretty much came out and just beat up a whole bunch of guys from the NWO to Aces and H, Jeff, Main Event Mafia, whoever else Sting is beating up with his bad Immortal. And it was just a great save. And yeah, it was. I'm glad he got the reaction he did. That really probably was the biggest pop of the night. And I've seen Sting get big pops for on TNA when he does pretty much shows out of nowhere and makes his return like that without being advertised. And this was one of those moments once again, and they got it right. So Sting, he pretty much came out, he destroyed, kicked ass, and it was insane. And he looked in great shape throwing a jack, hitting a splash and a first Stinger splash and the death drop. So hey, I guess they now really have whatever this whole WCW versus WWE thing, or I would say WCW and TNA wrestling versus WWE right here. So that actually woke the crowd up and everybody went nuts, and that was a great way to end off the show. So we have one more week to WrestleMania, folks. One more week. Can they accomplish something to get themselves in the gear? I don't know, because the only things that really worked kind of big tonight was the Brock Lesnar sit down, interviews, and I guess Paul Heyman, but I guess the biggest thing tonight was Sting. This was the biggest night that had the crowd go nuts tonight. So I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace.